good, nothing but net. 19-13 here with 6:50 left in the second period. As a pass in with this full court press defense from Labette. Tatum Downing's bringing it up to court all the way to Maddie Turnez. Back to Downing up at the top of the key. Julia Herman, you know her, and she misses a little spin around jumper. Maddie with the rebound, but Julia almost as Labette gets the rebound. Number 23, you've heard her name a lot. She's bringing the ball up the court. A pass all the way to the right side of number 10. Drives, shoots, no good. And a rebound there by Turnez. Very nice rebound. And she stepped out of bounds. It will be Labette ball, as Labette ball is actually subbing out more players.
All right, sorry about that. Any audio difficulties we've had up until this point. The score is currently 13 Collegiate, 19 Grizzlies. Collegiate struggling with a full court defense as Grizzlies pass it into number 22 for a two-pointer right off the bat here. Collegiate still trying to break through this full court defense. Pass almost stripped away from Tatum Downing as she's able to pass it into Julia Herman. Passes through the inside to Tatum Downing. Pass almost stripped away, back out to Turnez. Once again, slowing down the course of this game here. Turnez trying to retake the timing as Julia Herman goes for the two-pointer, doesn't quite get it. Ball goes out, I believe, on Collegiate here. Oh, excuse me, it is Collegiate's ball here.
Labette up 8 here with 5 minutes left.
Absolutely passes into Julia Herman, out to Turnez, goes for the three-pointer, and that's no good. I believe, couldn't quite make out the call, but it looks like a foul from the Grizzlies.
Yep, it will be a blocking foul on the Labette Grizzlies. They are subbing in number 13 for number 23, their star player, so we'll see how Collegiate takes an advantage of this.
Absolutely. Julia Herman instantly goes for the two, falls short, however. Pass out to number 11. Nevaeh Jones passes into number 10, Kaiten O'Brien. Looks for an open player, number 33. Number 22 doing a great job keeping the ball away from Collegiate hands. Drives up, and the layup bounces in and out. And that is Collegiate's ball. Lainey Conrad driving once again down. Wow, it looks like the Grizzlies, without their star player, aren't going for as much of a full-court defense anymore, instead opting to control the paint, stopping any close plays. Interesting change-up of strategy with only one player switched. As Julia Herman drives up the ball, still looking for a passer, out to Lainey Conrad. Still looking for an opportunity to break through this Grizzly defense. Not having any luck so far. Pass again into Julia Herman, and that'll be out on Collegiate, as the pass just manages to get away from her.
That is the third turnover this game from Tatum Downing. But we'll see how she can respond to this. We know she's very capable of knocking down shots when she wants to.
Oh, absolutely. As it's number 10 driving back in, Kaiten O'Brien, excuse me, passes to number 22, looking for an opening, still can't find it. Great defense by Kaylee Villagomez. Passes out to number 10, Kaiten O'Brien. Number 21, still trying to get me to screw up their name by passing it around. Passes into number 33, out to number 21, but that pass was in the atmosphere, going nowhere.
I mean, there's two things I want to talk about right now. I mean, number one, as soon as Kaylee Gomez gets in, the one senior, she creates an environment that I like. I mean, she starts talking. That's the second thing I want to point out. Vocalness. She's vocal. She creates something for this team that I haven't seen when she's not in the game. She's vocal, and that's what helps the team. I mean, like, they playing so much better.
All right, as Collegiate makes it back down the court, it's once again Tatum Downing passes in, passes out. Turnez looking for the three, opts to drive it in instead, misses the layup, and it's stripped away by number 10, Kaiten O'Brien, who drives it back down the court, but doesn't quite get the breakaway. Goes for the three instead, falls short, and out to number 20 through another three opportunity, and she makes it. You know, they have not been that consistent with their shooting, but when you give them that many opportunities, it's bound to happen once or twice. Collegiate's ball again. Looks like they're again going for that full court defense from the Grizzlies, as Turnez and Herman are trying to break back in. Turnez able to get back in, not quite able to score. Ball is stripped off the ground by Downing, stifled by defense, and the ball is taken away by number 10. She has absolutely been incredible on defense so far tonight. Number 10, Kaiten O'Brien, passes out. Opts to keep the ball, looking for some offensive strategy here. Out to number 21, looking for any kind of opportunity. Passes into 13, but it is broken up by Julia Herman. And it looks like a travel. Wow, a travel against Julia Herman.
Yeah, and Julia Herman has been an absolute force in the paint, but when she's not there, I mean, Labette's, their size is just destroying all the small ball players that Collegiate has on the paint. So we'll see how they respond to this.
Absolutely. Passes into Roberts. Blocked by Julia Herman again, but taken back by number 31 and able to score another 2 points for the Grizzlies. Pass out to Tatum. Downing still looking for an opportunity. Back to Julia Herman with a cross. She is breaking these defenders, but kind of doing it alone. Tatum gets an open three, and she scores it. 3 points for Collegiate. Great three right there, keeping the score 16-26, just 10 points. 10 looks for, once again, slowing down the game, giving the offense a chance to breathe. Passes into number 31, but it is broken up by Herman once again, but it is out on Collegiate.
Julia has racked up 3 blocks in the past minute.
Amazing job. That is Kaiten O'Brien again with the ball, looking for anybody open, and that's number 13 as Julia manages, and that is 2 missed 2-pointers right there, broken up by the Collegiate defense.
So now we see,
Tough job rebounding, not quite able to get these rebounds, but still able to keep the ball in their control as Kaylee passes in to number 11, almost broken up by number 10.
And it is out on number 10. And Collegiate will get the ball. They are down 10 with 2 minutes left in the second quarter.
One thing I want to talk about real quick is just the rhythm that I want to see Tatum Downing and these shooters get into. That's what I want to see. So that's what I want people to look out for.
Once again, ball forced onto the ground as Tatum Downing is able to keep her hands on it, keeping it excuse me, it looks like it's going to be Grizzlies ball. Kaiten O'Brien passing in.
Yeah, and it seems that Collegiate has subbed in freshman Clara Monahan and sophomore Chloe Villagomez back in.
Number 10 opts to take the three, doesn't quite get it. Ball taken away by Lanley Overman, but taken back by number 33. Taken by 3 defenders. Julia passes to Julia Herman, passing back to the freshman as the pass is broken up, given to number 31. Number 33 looking for more offenders as they take it back on offense. Number 11 able to drive it up, messes up the layup. Lanley Overman gets the rebound, but it is knocked out by number 33. That is Kinley Boss.
Yep, and Laney Conrad subbing in for Clara Monahan. And it looks like Collegiate, they just need to generate some sort of offense against this full court press. They have done nothing ever since they've had this full court press implemented on them.
Absolutely. Julia Herman passing around. Great job breaking defenders. Bogged up a little bit. Passes to Tatum Downing. Open 2-pointer, and she takes it. Tatum Downing with those 2 points right there. Looks like Grizzlies go for another 3-pointer, but it's not quite good. 33 bogged up by defenders.
And a problem we're starting to see with the Collegiate defense is that they cannot grab a rebound to save their life. Outside of Julia, who's in the paint as a beast, when she's not there, they cannot grab rebounds at all.
Passes into number 33. Doesn't quite make that layup, however. Lanley Conrad once again bogged down by this full court defense. Tatum Downing able to break away with the ball a little bit. Pass blocked, however, by number 33, Kinsley Moss. Passes into number 11, Nevaeh Jones, out to number 21 with the 3-pointer, but it is no good, and that is going to be out on the Grizzlies.
There we go. That's where we slowly see that rhythm taking place. We haven't seen a lot of it, but as soon as they get more shots, I feel like they're going to get in that rhythm, and that's where it comes into play.
Absolutely. As we saw in their first game of the season, Collegiate is definitely able to come back just a little bit, and once they get their rhythm, they are almost unstoppable. Similar to our football team. However, Conrad's pass broken up by number 11, able to block 2 defenders, but doesn't quite make the layup. Pass out to Ternez. Collegiate's ball again, trying to make their way around these defenders. They're doing a great job, especially with the size disadvantage. These ladies are clearly tired, not a lot of people to sub, but they're putting on some great moves out here. Only 18 seconds left in this half. Tatum Downing passes it around the outside once again, trying to take the clock into their favor. As it's Conrad with the ball, still looking for an opportunity as the ball is broken up, but recovered by Tatum. Once again, blocked out by the Grizzlies. And they do not get any kind of opportunity, and that is the half. Score, Collegiate 18, Visitors 26.
Yeah, and I mean, the main thing to me is just breaking apart this defense that Labette has implemented, this full court press. It's been very effective at shutting down the Collegiate offense. I mean, we just saw like 4 straight turnovers there from Collegiate. And so, yeah, I just want to see how they break that apart.
I mean, I don't want to talk too much, but I just want to talk about how Collegiate, how they're slowly into this rhythm. But, I mean, they're just getting absolutely stopped by this full-court defense, and that's what I want to see them play. I want to see them get more people up the field, down the field. I want them to get more people on the ball so they have more people around. I mean, they only have 2 people to pass to. A 2-on-2, that's not what you're looking for. You're looking for more people than defenders. I play a different sport. I play soccer, but that's like the main thing. You're looking for 2v1s, 3v2s, something that you have an advantage we can pass around. And these girls, they've shown it. They've exemplified that if they get the upper hand in any sort of game, any sort of any sort of play, they can score. They just need to get those upper hands, and that's what I hopefully, Coach is going to talk about in this half.
Absolutely. Please join us again in about 9 minutes to hear the second half of this game. Welcome back to the second half of the collegiate Wichita girls against the varsity Labette County Grizzlies. So far, a very exciting, high-energy game that we've seen so far, with collegiate to 18 to visitors 26. That score might be a little bit daunting, but I know that we saw in the first game of the season, collegiate was able to pick up 16 straight points in a row as soon as they picked up momentum. So hopefully, Dylan had a good halftime talk. I know Ezra, you talked about just trying to be able to figure out how to beat this full court defense, as it has absolutely been detrimental to collegiate so far this game.
Yeah, and something I'd like to see collegiate do is sort of stay away from spreading it to Julia. I mean, I know she's their best player, but I mean, they got to get the other players involved because Labette knows that Julia is going to get the ball.
Absolutely, as Tatum Downing takes it down again, going for a similar attack strategy, almost broken up, but that is going to be a travel on, I believe, Chloe Villagomez already. Once again, just absolutely stifled by this Grizzly defense. Absolutely nowhere into this second half. Number 10 drives it up. Almost no answer, passes it back out to number 23. Briggs Kent back out to number 11. 11 goes up for the 2, doesn't able to make it, picked up by 33, not able to make it again. Julia tries to get the rebound, but that's going to be Grizzlies' ball here. Ball passed out to 23, passed back to Lawrence Holt, number 11, back to number 23, Briggs Knight, back to number 10. 10 goes for the two-pointer, and it is good. Wow, number 2 has just been amazing so far. Or number 10, excuse me. Once again, broken up, picked up by number 33, drives back down the court, out to number 23, looks for a pass, lobs the ball, opts to drive down the center, open two-pointer for number 22, Addison Rexwinkle. Conrad back to a strong start on offense, looking for that ball, almost broken up again, overpass, and that is out on collegiate. Once again, Grizzly ball.
I mean, so far in this quarter, I mean, we've only seen just high balls. I mean, this is not what we're looking for. I mean, I don't like these high balls, and that's what we have to fix. I mean, the high balls are just getting intercepted all the time. We need to, slow it down, like I said in the first quarter, and we'll play so much better.
Absolutely. Nevaeh Jones, number 11, with the ball. Looks number 33, number 10 again. Once again, opting. Number 10 passes out to 22. 23 opts for the three-pointer, and that is good. That is Lanely O'Brien with the swish. Pass back to Maddie Turnez, once again getting absolutely bogged down. Pass back to Conrad, once again a high pass, but is able to recover it. And that is...
It looks like it will be Labette ball.
Labette, Paul, they might have spent too much time in their own territory here.
It was an 8-second backcourt violation on collegiate there.
Man, number 11 now looking, passes out to number 22, opts to take another three, and it is good again. That is Addison Rexwinkle with another three.
And this score has quickly gotten out of hand. Labette has doubled collegiate score here.
Once again, pass broken up by number 23, opts to take it down, and another made layup. That is Lanely O'Brien. And Coach Dillon for collegiate opts to take a very smart timeout here.
I mean, there's two things we've seen in this quarter so far. I mean, we've seen this high press, but it's like a whole nother level. Something that this Labette coach has said that just put them on the edge. I mean, we see almost 4 people out of the 5 on the other team's half. I mean, they're just destroying our collegiate offense. What we need to do is we need to slow it down and make some better passes. We can slow this game down just like any game, football, soccer, anything. Slow it down, and you have the upper hand. That's all you have to do.
Yeah, I mean, if collegiate wants to have any chance in this game, they've got to figure it out on both offense and defense. Labette is running a bunch of screen plays to their 2 3-point shooters, number 23 and number 11, who've just been knocking it down from 3 all over tonight. So collegiate has to find a way to defend both of those players.
As it is Spartan's ball, passing around the outside, looks to Lanely Overman drives in for the two-pointer. That is going nowhere. Once again, Grizzlies ball. 10 drives back very slowly. Passes out to Addison Rexwinkle again, now to 11, and Nevaeh Jones goes for another three, but it is no good. Recovered by Lanley Overman, passes back to Tatum Downing. Able to drive back down the field, opting not to go for the pass this time. Looking to get something going on this offense. Lanley Conrad, ball broken up.
There's a foul on number 23.
Yeah, that's going to be another foul. Our third foul of the night here on senior Lanley O'Brien.
Number 21, Libby Poole into the game for Labette County.
As she is subbed out for number 21, Libby Poole, who has had a great night for herself as well. And number 31 as well, Avery Boss.
As a bunch of collegiate players cutting, it seems like they've come up with a new play to no
Not
avail.
gonna work again. Maddie Turnus still looking, passes out to Julia Hearn. Back to Tatum Downing, excuse me, trying to slow this ball back down, but not really doing anything with the ball. Cannot find an open person. Another high pass to Julia Herman. Still passing around, looks to Tatum Downing, but that ball is still going nowhere. Passes to Julia Herman, but it's once again a high pass, and it is the Grizzlies' ball once again.
Yeah, that is 6 turnovers now for Tatum Downing. We'll see if she can clean it up in this half. I mean, to no avail, as has been the entire night.
Absolutely. Grizzlies still passing it around, looking for another opening, as they've been able to pretty consistently find them all night. Number 11 drives down the center for the two-pointer, but that is no good. Once again, recovered by freshman, but broken up and stripped away. That is freshman number 11,
Clara Monahan.
Clara Monahan. Thank you.
And good hustle there from the freshman.
Absolutely, as number 10, 21 passes out another three-pointer, but that is off the rim into Nevaeh Jones's hands for the two-pointer. That is another 2 points for the Grizzlies. It is now 40 to a stagnant 18. Collegiate really struggling here in this quarter.
And it looks like there was a foul there on Labette. Collegiate inbounds it.
Tatum Downing passing into Julia Herman, still looking for an opening, passes back out to Tatum Downing, back to Julia Herman, but the ball is broken up by number 10, Kaden O'Brien with a breakaway. Tatum Downing trying to defend, but she makes the layup for another 2 points. Julia Herman passing back to Tatum Downing, out to Maddie Turnus, into Clara Monahan. Once again, 2 defenders on her, back into Maddie Turnus, but still defenders just right where they need to be. Ball is out, and that's going to be once again Grizzlies ball.
So to start out the third quarter, Labette has gone on a 16-0 collegiate run. Collegiate has not scored once in the third quarter, and you just hate to see it. You really want to see them, generate some sort of offense and break this Labette defense.
Absolutely, but Labette is really just doing everything they need to stop this collegiate team, as number 22, Addison Rexwinkle, takes it back down the field, out to number 33, Kensley Boss, back into Reagan Roberts, number 13, Boss, once again, 31, Avery Boss, that's 22, out to number 33, number 22, 13 passes in, broken up, I believe, by Lanley Overman.
I mean, we've been pretty negative about this collegiate team, but I want to talk about some of the upsides. I mean, they've been playing well, they've been playing great. There's one thing they need to do is just, you just need to get the ball in their hands a little more. Slow this game down, like I've said, but they've been playing great. Like, I like the way they're playing. As Labette scores another by Madison Rexminkle.
Passes out to number 12, Maddie Turnus, broken up, cannot get away. That is going to be a foul against Maddie Turnus, as she's Got to watch those elbows as she's just absolutely getting broken down by this defense here.
Yeah, and I mean, I think we're starting to see fatigue set in for Collegiate. I mean, they came right out of the half and just seemed gassed. And I mean, Collegiate just can't really do anything about it. They only have 8 players to sub in and out. Meanwhile, Labette is just so fresh all the time.
Absolutely. And while you're playing this full court defense, you have to be on the gas every second of this game. Pass out to number 13, Reagan Roberts, back to 21, back to 23, takes the 3, and that is good. Number 23, Lanely O'Brien for another 3 points. Collegiate already bogged down, can't even find Tatum Downing. Tatum Downing back to Lanely Overman, passes to Clara Monahan, almost broken up, but dribbles down. Still looking for somebody who's open, Lanely Overman. Lanely Overman still looking, passes back to Tatum Downing, trying to do anything they can with this ball. Back out to Chloe Villagomez, but the pass is broken up by number 23 with a breakaway. Looks for the 2-pointer, but doesn't get it as it's broken up by Clara Monahan again.
Yeah, and a minute and a half left in this quarter, and I mean, you just gotta feel bad. I mean, they haven't scored at all, and Labette's about to get free throws to get all the way up to 50 points, even though Collegiate hasn't scored. And
Clara Monahan, excuse me,
it is good.
That first free throw is good for number 23, Landry O'Brien. Goes for her second. And that second is good as well. Cannot be giving up these free points like that. Maddie Turnus takes the ball, passes out to Lainey Conrad, still looking. Back to Conrad, back to Turnus, excuse me. Lanely Overman takes the ball away, looking but absolutely getting broken up by number 31 on defense. Now 2 defenders on her, high passes broken up by number 23.
All right, let's talk about one thing that I like about this Collegiate team. I mean, they don't have a lot, but the one thing they need to do is keep their heads up. I mean, this is only the second game, and you still have a quarter and a half left. I mean, you got to keep your head up. The game's not over. That's what I'm trying to look for.
Lanely Overman sent to the floor. Looks like a little bit of a hit to the nose in the fray, but she gets up totally good.
And this is a 32-point deficit for Collegiate. And, I mean, as an air ball there from Labette.
Lanely Overman just trying to get away from this defense, but Labette is just faster. They are nowhere to be, and they are everywhere. Maddie Turnus out to Lainey Conrad looking for anything. Maddie Turnus opting not to shoot, but pass out to Chloe Villagomez with an air ball for a 3. Number 23, once again, Landry O'Brien driving back down, taking advantage of their time once again. Libby Poole passes in. Only 50 seconds left in this quarter as number 13, Reagan Roberts, throws away the ball.
Yeah, and I mean, you just want to see something, some sort of offense being kept up here for Collegiate. You just want to see them be able to get shots up. I mean, they're not even getting shots up. And when they do, they're not very good shots. They're long 2s.
Once again, pass in, broken up by number 23 as ball goes to the ground as it's being tried to get wrestled away, but not at all. An interesting thing, we have not seen Julia Herman come in whatsoever recently, as she's been kind of taking a break here. Collegiate trying to do what they can without her. But without her, they're being absolutely stifled by this defense from Labette County. Turnez passes takes the ball around, passes into Clara Monahan. Once again, broken up by a defender. Tries to look, opts for the 2-pointer, and it is no good. 23 opts to drive the ball back down, passes out to Libby Poole. To number 40, we haven't seen her come in yet so far. Amory Baker, 23, decides to drive down. No good on the 2-pointer. Once again, no good on the 2-pointer. Tries to pass back in, but that is a travel on Labette County. Number 31, Aubrey Boss. Only 3.3 seconds left in this quarter. Lanely Overman gets the pass broken up by number 23 again, who has been an absolute monster on her feet. I mean, she has just been everywhere all night tonight.
Yeah, and in the 4th quarter, you just want to see something from Collegiate, something that'll show as a half-court heave is no good for Collegiate.
I mean, I don't have too much to say, but I like that shot. I mean, it wasn't a bad shot at the last 3.3 seconds. But I mean, that's like one of the like 10 shots, dozen shots that they've taken like at this whole quarter. I mean, they're just getting absolutely like stifled, like Aiden says, by this Labette Grizzlies. I mean, they just need to like take this in their own consideration.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be the deciding factor in this game. I mean, it was a 24-0 third quarter for Labette. And, I mean, yeah, that's probably what's going to end up sending Collegiate home. But, you know, in the fourth quarter, I just want to see them take things from this game and make themselves better. I mean, I just want to see them break this defense. If they can do that, they can take something away for the next game to keep for a positive effort in what's been a lackluster season so far.
Absolutely. And, you know, Collegiate really has not played bad so far. They've been playing to their strategy. They've been playing to their strengths. But it's like Labette County has just been outplaying them all night and doing exactly what they need to do to counter this Collegiate team. They've been pressing that full court defense, knowing where that ball is going to go. And, you know, the defense of number 23, Landry O'Brien, cannot be understated. She has forced so many turnovers in this last quarter. It's unbelievable.
8 minutes left in the game here.
As it is Grizzlies basketball, number 11, Nevaeh Jones passes to number 13, Reagan Roberts. Back out to number 31, Aubrey Boss. Into Nevaeh Jones, but it's broken up by Herman. Recovered, however, and a high pass taken by Ladenly Overman for the two-pointer, and that is a good layup, getting their first points since the half.
Yeah, and I mean, that's just something you love to see here. Just some new energy here from the Collegiate offense.
Absolutely. Number 31, Aubrey Boss, passes to Reagan Roberts into number 31, but it is broken up again by Julia Herman, showing how much of a monster she can be on the court.
And Julia Herman has entered in back for the game. I mean, we saw her out for a lengthy period of time in the third quarter. It's good to see her back in.
Tatum Downing opting to take the ball back, hoping to keep up this momentum on Collegiate offense. Still looking for more points, but it's absolutely broken up. Passes into Herman, but it is just a little too close to make the layup.
There we go. I mean, that's the pass you exactly want to see. It wasn't too high, it wasn't too low. I mean, beautiful pass by Tatum Downing.
Oh, and it looks like it's going to be a foul against Julia Herman, giving her the opportunity to take these pointers.
A foul on Julia Herman, giving her 2 free throws.
Yes, excuse me. As the first one is good.
Anna Cantrell into the game for the Grizzlies.
Second one is up, and it is good again. Grizzlies ball. Number 12 taking it up the field. Anna Cartrell, another player we haven't seen much. Out to Reagan Roberts, goes for the 3, but it bounces in and out.
And just another example of just a failing to rebound thing on defense. It's a big reason why they have given up 50 points, this Collegiate defense. It's because of their inability to get out of their own half on offense and because they can't grab a rebound.
Number 21 goes in, passes out to number 12, opts not to shoot. Out to number 40, goes for the two-pointer, but it is broken up without being able to get the rebound. Number 40 passes out to 21, goes for the three-pointer, still no good. Lanley Overman takes the ball, and it is Tatum Downing taking the ball back in Collegiate's favor. Lanley still looking for an opportunity to get anything going on this Collegiate offense. Opts to pass into Julia Herman, into Clara Monahan, goes for the behind layup, and it is good! Wow, great layup there by freshman Clara Monahan. Wow, Collegiate got some momentum going on this offense. It is great to see. Reagan Roberts passes out to Madison Bevins, number 32, goes for the three-pointer, but it is no good. Back into Tatum Downing's hands as she takes it back up the field. As you notice, without 23 on the field, once again, these Grizzlies are not going for that full court pressure, as they don't have the quick feet without her. and is allowing Collegiate all these opportunities on offense as it's passed around out to Tatum Downing, looking for any kind of opportunity in for the two-pointer off the rim, tries to rebound by Lanely Overman. She keeps it in play, out to Clara Monahan with the two-pointer for Collegiate. Great play right there by Collegiate.
It's been an 8-0 run since the beginning of the fourth quarter here for Collegiate. And this is something very positive to take away for this game.
Number 40, Amory Baker, out to number 12, Anna Cantrell, looking out to number 21. Grizzlies clearly trying to slow down the game, pull the favor back to them as it's passed in. Number 32 driving in for the two-pointer, but that is going nowhere. Almost recovered by Kaylee Villagomez, but rather recovered by number 40, Amory Baker, as that is going to be a foul on number 10, Kaylee Villagomez, as she's trying to get that rebound.
I mean, finally, we see as this Collegiate team gets into the room, they get into this Labette Grizzlies like head. I mean, they've gone way low in their shot percentage now. I mean, if we could just get into this rhythm earlier on in the next games, I mean, this could be positive for the Collegiate team.
Absolutely. Pass out to number 13, looking, still trying to slow this game down. Madison Bavens passes in to number 21, Aubrey Boss, still looking out to number 12, Cantrell. Still looking for anything. Number 21, Collegiate doing a great job on defense, almost breaking up by Herman, but still no good. 32 passes out to Cantrell again. Back into 21 for the two-pointer, but it is broken up. But that'll be a foul against number 21, Lanely Overman, as she tries. 25, Lanely Overman, as she tries to get the block.
And the Collegiate defense has been stout in the fourth quarter. It's been amazing. Allowed
Absolutely.
0 points.
They've picked up some more fouls, but, you know, that'll happen when you're facing such an aggressive offense, as number 21 goes for the two free pointers. As the first one, no good. This is Libby Poole. First one, no good.
Tatum Downing back into the game for Collegiate.
This is her second free point. And that is good for her. Tatum Downing taking the ball once again down the court. No full court pressure. Once again, number 23 not on the court anymore, making it way, way easier for Collegiate to have control of this ball. Termez passes out to Chloe Villagomez, goes in for the two-pointer, but is no good. Bounces in the hands of number 21, out to Cantrell once again. Passes out to number 13, Reagan Roberts. This is 21, Libby Poole, back out to Madison Bavens. Bavens to number 40, Amory Baker, back out to Libby Poole. Once again to Cantrell, back into Anna.
Slowing down the game.
Reagan
here.
Roberts really just passing around a lot. Only 1 minute and 30 seconds left in this game. Clearly just trying to hold the clock in their favor. As a jump up by number Anna Cantrell is blocked by Julia Herman. As the ball,
Any fouls on Anna Cantrell, her first.
and it looks like it's going to be Anna Cantrell's first foul there, as Herman takes advantage of the ball. Once again, Tatum Downing takes the ball back down the court, possibly for the last time in this game. As we can see, once the Grizzlies get it, it's going to be a really slow game. Conrad goes for the three, and it is good. That is her second three of the night, and she is 2 for 2 on those, as Cantrell takes it back down the court. Libby opts to pass, almost broken up by Lanely Conrad, but doesn't quite get there in time as the ball goes out. Still Grizzlies ball.
Only 45 seconds left in this game.
Pass out to number 21, Libby Poole, looking for any kind of opportunity, still slowing down. Cantrell passes in, once again broken up by Julia Herman, passes into Chloe Villagomez, but it is a high pass, and it is knocked out, still remaining in Grizzlies' hands. Unfortunate, that was probably their last time to take a strike, as they are just walking it down the field. Libby Poole probably going to end the game in her hands with only 15 seconds left. Passes out to Reagan Roberts, into number 32, Madison Bavens. Number 21, Libby Poole, still looking almost broken up by Tatum Downing, passes into number 13, had a wide open goal, but decides not to shoot it, and that is game. Visitors Grizzlies 51 to Collegiate 29. Any final thoughts on this game that we just saw?
I thought the Collegiate's fourth quarter, they played fantastic. I think you can't get much better than that, especially coming out of a quarter where you scored 0 points. They had great energy, and they were hitting their shots, something I really liked.
I also like what Hayan said. I mean, the grade 8 played fantastic. I mean, they finally got in this rhythm like I was talking about, and that's where it set them up. I mean, they just need to get in this rhythm quicker, but I mean, it's just looking up for this grade 8 team. They just need to get back on this rhythm, and I mean, we didn't see too much defense, but I mean, the defense was great when we saw it from Collegiate.
Absolutely. And so we have a little tradition on our show here. Ezra, you haven't been here for it yet, but Ion, you had it in football, and we like to continue it into the basketball season, and that is the player of the game. For today's game, I will get it started here. You know me, I got to kind of pick the little bit of the weirder picks. You know, Julia Herman had an absolutely electric night tonight. Her contribution cannot be understated. But she, you know, she was taking all those hits. She was like Shaq. She can only be on the field, on the court for so long at a time. However, Lanely Overman, player number 25, was there, pretty consistent with rebounds, consistent with 2-pointers. She was really, really quintessential on the collegiate offense. So, you know, my player of the game is definitely going to have to go to her. Although it is close, she was absolutely electric tonight, even facing this full court defense.
You know, I'm going to go with the boring pick and say Julia. I mean, she was definitely the main source of offense. Labette just had to put 2 players on her at all times because she was just dominating the paint. And once they did that, they were able to stop everyone else. But I think the collegiate's main generation of offense is because of Julia Herman, and that's why she's my player of the game, and she played great.
I mean, as my first player of the game, I want to take the underdog, Clara Monahan, for this game. The only freshman playing on the varsity team for the grade 8. I mean, she didn't start off strong, not a starting, but I mean, as soon as she got in, I mean, I saw some great shots, some great plays by this player. I mean, she's going to be great up to a star, so I want to just say her name because she's going to be a star when she gets older with this grade 8 team. And also, I just want to talk about how when we saw these teams, and we saw these teams earlier today, how many people and how many people are on the team on this 8th and 7th grade middle school team that are going to come up in this next year that are going to create like a better and bigger team for this women's basketball team that I wish we could look forward to. I mean, we should look forward to in this next season.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. And that was absolutely an amazing first pick. I know we said her name a couple times throughout the night. She was another great player. As we're going to go into this dead time in between games, please join us back here again in about 20 minutes for the varsity boys basketball game. We're looking forward to it. With that, we will see you in about 20 minutes. Hello and welcome back to the Wichita Collegiate Sports Network. We're looking forward to a really exciting game here today. The Wichita Collegiate Spartans against the Labette County Grizzlies. Collegiate's been off to kind of a rough start here as they went out to Parsons on Tuesday of this week and lost about 11 points. But, you know, I think that can be attributed to the fact that they are missing some of their key players still going into this game, being Jaden Litchie and Seabass. Both of those games.
Jaden Parker.
Jaden Parker. Excuse me, not Jaden Litchie. Jaden Parker. Both players are absolutely key to this, to their game plan and strategy. Without them, we're just going to have to see how the rest of this season goes. Boys, what can you tell me looking forward to this game here?
So what I do want to see here is a lot more continuity here from Collegiate. I mean, they just look to be out of sync without their two best players in Jaden Parker and Sebastian Hines-Turner. And there is another very good prospect coming out of Collegiate. He's a sophomore, AJ Batiste. I want to see how he leads the team today and how he can rally Collegiate to a win over a very talented Labette team, as we've seen in warm-ups.
Absolutely. We've seen some absolutely dangerous characters throughout this game so far here. Ezra, anything to look forward to into this game?
I like what Lyon and Aiden said. I mean, I just like how we can see this sophomore AJ try and represent himself well. I mean, the first game went not as we expected, but I mean, all the team played well. I just want to see more of a team game today than what we saw last game. But I mean, we do see a pretty stacked Labette Grizzly team, and I want to see how this young collegiate team can go up against that.
Absolutely, for sure. We've seen a very dangerous Labette County team, but Collegiate really does need a strong start to their season. As we get ready here to go into the national anthem here and get started with this game today.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem sung by the Wichita Collegiate Madrigals, led by Mr. Weber.
All right, as we get ready to kickstart this game here, you know, we got a lot to look forward to here. Seeing what Collegiate decides to go for with this starting lineup. As without two of their biggest players here, we know Collegiate is definitely struggling, especially in depth, which was one of the least of their worries in this last game here. Or in this last season, excuse me.
And for your Collegiate Spartans, a 6'2" senior number 1, James Shackelford.
James Shackelford one of the major key pieces for this year for the Collegiate Spartans is going to be coming out here.
Absolutely. Collegiate captain. He has absolutely been electric all football season and last year basketball season. Absolutely dangerous player to have on the field. So yeah, no, we have a lot to look forward to going into this game, especially in regards to how Collegiate is going to be rebounding. I talked a little bit with one of Collegiate's players before this game, Brett Wetta, and he had a lot to say about how they're going to be needing to get rebounds. Two of their biggest rebounders are out of play here, with Labette County having a lot of big guys ready to take over those rebounds. It's really, really hard for them to get on top of those rebounds, especially without two of their taller players. So that's going to be one of the biggest things going into this game. Additionally, in this last game, I know Collegiate suffered almost 8 turnovers in only one half. So, you know, both of those things, really just trying to keep control of the ball is going to be the biggest thing that Collegiate is going to have to look out for as we get ready to go into this kickoff here.
Yeah, and something I do like about this Collegiate squad is their experience. They have 3 seniors on this team, and I think their leadership is going to be key in the home stretch parts of the season where they can start winning some playoff games and hopefully capture a state championship.
Absolutely, but in order to do that, it's looking like the Collegiate team, some of their players are just going to have to get a little bit healthier as they are still out with injuries. All right, as Collegiate is strategizing going into this next game, you know, coming off of a 1 loss going into the first part of their season, definitely tough, and this Labette County team is not going to give them any kind of break. They're going to come in swinging, as this is going to be a huge game for them.
And there are some key names to watch out for in this game. One key matchup I want to talk about is 6'8" Hudson Baker going up against our very own big man, David Chege. We kind of want to see how David can handle against this dude in the paint, who looked to be a beast in pregame. As the tip is off, Hudson Baker tips it to AJ Batiste, number 23 on our home side of the court. Asa passes to Brett Wetta. Brett Wetta to the inside. AJ Batiste pass to Asa. Asa pull up, and it's off. And number 3, Xavier Phillips gets it. Oh, and a turnover by Phillips. Asa going up and down the court. Oh, a no-look pass to AJ. And the and one.
Two-pointer.
AJ Batiste.
Wow, absolutely no effort from these Collegiate guys. Getting off strong with the no-look pass from Asa Ahmad. If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. He knows the game better than anyone. Additionally, with the foul on AJ Batiste, giving him 2 free throws. 1 free throw, excuse me.
And that was just an elite play from Batiste, Asa to Batiste, as he does miss the free throw. Still a 2-0 lead here for Collegiate as Xavier Phillips brings it up the court. He's being boxed. Number 4, Keegan Bates, passes it back to Xavier Phillips, who's handling it. Brett Wetta guarding him up close, tracking him. Xavier Phillips, and it will be a travel. It is going to Collegiate ball, and you can't start out of the game better here for Collegiate. Stifling defense and great offense. Wow. As Asa Ahmad brings it up the court, and a quick pass to AJ Batiste in the corner, who gets it to David in the paint. David getting bodied, and AJ Batiste, Brett Wetta up at the key. James Shackelford being guarded by Phillips. Back to AJ Batiste, who takes a shot. It's off. He gets his own rebound. Back out to Asa, and they will reset their offense. Asa, a pass back to Brett at the top of the key. Brett back to AJ. AJ takes a shot. He will get fouled and get 2 free throws, even though he missed it. And this is something we've seen a lot this year, even in the game earlier this year. AJ taking a lot of shots.
I mean, I like these early fouls. I mean, this is good for the Collegiate team. But, I mean, let's talk about the explosiveness by this Collegiate team. I mean, they've been moving the ball. They've been doing everything they wanted to do. I mean, it's just looking great.
He
and it's
does
good.
knock down the first free throw, 3-0 here for Collegiate.
Absolutely. Ezra, you put it great to say, it just seems like Labette County cannot keep up with this Collegiate team's speed, their explosiveness. Labette County wants to control the clock, but they just cannot for the life of them as A.J. Batiste makes his second shot.
And a pass into Phillips, who is looking up. Collegiate with this fast press court defense, full press court, as Phillips, a nice pass to Hudson Baker, who almost gets the and one. That's that matchup we're talking about. David does get caught for the foul. David Chege, number 21, it's his first. Hudson Baker will get 2 free throws. And this is the key matchup we've all been waiting for, watching these two play as Baker, he does miss it. It seems that the Collegiate crowd, it did make a little bit of noise there, forcing him to miss it, maybe catching him off guard.
Absolutely. And when it comes to high school ball, these big guys are probably the biggest thing. As he does make his second one.
And Asa Ahmed gets the inbounder, bring it all the way up on the far side of the court. Asa in the corner. Oh, nice little crossover. Asa, pass out to AJ Batiste. 3, and he banks it in for 3. AJ is hot to start this game. It is 7-1 here for Collegiate.
It's a great lead by Collegiate right now.
And they give it in to Xavier Phillips. Once again, it's being passed to number 24, Barrett Heston, and it is out of bounds on 21, number 21, Dylan Johnson, and it's going Collegiate's way.
Wow, they're really trying to look for any opening, but as they try to control the clock, this oppressive defense by Collegiate is just absolutely stifling. It's like we're watching this last girls game in reverse here, as Labette County is just trying to control the clock, but Collegiate's full court pressure is just absolutely dominating them from the start.
As Asa, pass to James Shackelford. He has great speed. Misses the layup, but he's fast to get past on defense. Phillips loses the ball. It will be off the leg of number 24, Dylan Phillips, and it is going Collegiate ball.
That was just a great play. I want to see more explosiveness from James. He's going to look really explosive in these couple things, but he has to make shots like that. Those are critical shots that you have to make as Asa takes it up the court.
Asa does lose the ball, and Xavier Phillips brings it up the court, and a pass to Hudson Baker. How is that not a charge? But Baker does knock down the layup. It is 7-3 with about 5.5 minutes left in the first quarter here.
Man, that kind of just shows how much speed and power makes a difference in this kind of a game. He is just absolutely massive, and without Chege on the court, there's really no counter for him.
As Brett, a little bit of a high pass to Robbie, and it does go sailing out of bounds.
That's another one of those really easy mental errors that you cannot afford to make. Interestingly enough, Jack Grace comes on for Asa Ahmad. Jack playing varsity last year, but did not see a lot of game time.
Yep, and number 24, Briggs Heston. He gets stripped. Briggs Heston is struggling to get the ball. Could be an 8-second violation. It is an 8-second violation. It is going to Collegiate ball.
That was just a great play by Jack Grace. To add on to what Aiden said, Jack Grace hasn't got a lot of varsity ball, but it's looking great for this youngster. He's really explosive off the ball. He's been working great. I've seen him in the workout room, he's just looking upside for the team as the youngster.
Robbie Raspberry passes out to Brett Wetta. Up at the top, back to AJ. AJ working on a defender. AJ, and it could have been a travel. They're going to call him for the travel there. And so it will be going to Labette.
Wow, Collegiate really clearly not happy with the kind of calls that they're getting, but can't really blame them. They're playing really fast, really aggressive. And
it is off of number 4, Keegan Bates. Wow, the Labette offense is struggling to get out of their own side of the court. This Collegiate defense has been stifling.
Wow, this is insane.
Subs. And Carter Drumright has substituted in, and so has David.
And I like Carter Drumright going in early in this game. He's a great shooter, as into Jack Grace.
Carter Drumright, he has massive speed. Jack Grace, a pull-up, so close to going in, but it is rebounded by number 23, Briggs Knight, who brings it up to 4, Keegan Bates. Keegan Bates being double-teamed. Keegan Bates passes it to Hudson Baker, number 15, the big man. And a jump ball. A great play from Robbie Raspberry there.
Wow, great defense by Robbie Raspberry there. And kind of build off what you guys were saying, Carter Drumright, amazing player with probably the best handles on the team. He can get really low, make it really hard to get stripped, and he's really good at countering.
Yep, and inbounding here as Labette gets it to Keegan Bates. Bates looking around, looking for an opportunity to cook the defense, but to no avail. Number 21, Dylan Johnson gets the ball. Big man there. Number 3 is Xavier Phillips gets the ball. You've heard his name a lot. Keegan Bates again with the ball. Into Hudson Baker, getting triple team. Back to Bates. Bates in the middle, in the corner to Dylan Johnson, and it is nothing going right here for the Labette offense. They are getting completely shut down.
I mean, let's talk about what Hayan said. I mean, this defense is just absolutely beautiful. They're playing amazing. They have every single man covered. I don't know too much about basketball, but I mean, this is just looking beautiful for Collegiate's defense.
And another one where Labette just can't get the ball inbounded. They're going to get the ball again, but they are struggling to get the ball even on the court.
Absolutely. In warm-ups, we saw some great shooting from these guys. It'd be really important to get rebounds. But, when they just don't have the opportunity to shoot, it's Collegiate's game all day, every day.
It's Keegan Bates passes it to Johnson. And, Hudson Baker. And again, it's out on James Shackelford. It will be Labette ball once more.
This number 15, Hudson Baker, is really struggling to get the ball. He's clearly a strong member of their team, but Collegiate knows this. They know what to do.
And number 23, Briggs Knight, has the ball. Passes it back to Keegan Bates. Keegan Bates gets in. Oh, and that looked like a travel. That is a travel. And it will be Collegiate ball going the other way.
Yeah.
And small ball here for Collegiate. Carter Drumright and Jack Grace in. Both juniors, both very talented at the game.
Yeah, they're really kind of just showing height really doesn't matter for them. In fact, I think they kind of use it to their advantage, getting really low with the ball, making it hard to strip, and using their speed.
Robbie in the corner, and it is good. Robbie Raspberry with the 3. 10-3 here for Collegiate in the first quarter. As number 3, Xavier Phillips, gets in, but it will be a foul administered here on Collegiate. It'll be on Carter Drumright, his first.
Yeah, that's the thing about aggressive defense is there's bound to be fouls like this.
I mean, yeah, and I just like how physical we are right now. I mean, we're getting some fouls, but not nearly as much as last game. As it goes into number 15, the big man.
Hudson Baker. Oh, he misses a dunk. David Chege gets the rebound.
I mean, that's the shots you don't want to take by number 15. Making dunks, that's just making it harder for yourself. That's what I don't like to see. That's what's good for the Collegiate offense.
Robbie Raspberry up at the top of the key. Robbie, corner, and he got it. Another 2 at the elbow. Robbie Raspberry's cooking early. 12-3 with 2:50 left in the first quarter. And this Collegiate defense, full court pressing. Xavier Phillips gets up. And all the way to number 21, Briggs Knight, and he bricks it. Carter Drumright with a rebound, bringing it up the floor to James Shackelford. All the way over to Robbie Raspberry, to Jack Grace for the 3. Jack drains it. 15-3 to start the first quarter here for Collegiate.
Bang! What a shot by Jack Grace. I mean, the whole crowd just got electrified. I mean, we are automatic from the 2 and the 3. We are making everything, and that's what's beautiful right now. This is a total different game from last game. We were struggling to make shots, but now this new game, I mean, the practice looks great for this week. We're making these shots, and that's how we win these games.
Jack Grace, I mean, oh my, he pulled up from college, maybe even NBA range there. He was way back when he shot that.
I mean, I don't even know what I was seeing here. Robbie Raspberry, Jack Grace, both great players that just did not get a whole ton of varsity time last year, coming in early in a second game of the season, first home game of the season, and absolutely electric. All 2 for 2 on 3s. Just, it's automatic for them. Just absolutely electric, amazing game to be witnessing here today.
Just to add on what he said, we're just looking great as we come out. We have two of our star players so far, as we said, on the bench. They are injured prone. But this team has been going so great without these two players. It looks like we don't even need them at all. They are great players on the team, but this just shows how good our team is without those two star players. When they come back, we'll just be even better.
As Hudson Baker looking to inbound it. He has nowhere to go, but he gets to the number 24, Barrett Heston, running up the court. David swats him. Oh my God, what a block as Carter Drumright brings it up the court. Back to David at the top. David back to Robbie. They left him open. Robbie, oh, so close. What a rebound. What a rebound there from James Shackelford. Shackelford out. They're going to reset their offense, Collegiate, as Carter Drumright. Oh, spin move. Oh, we got him. As James at the top of the key. James at the elbow. It's off. Gets his own rebound again to Robbie. Oh, who misses the layup. And number 3, Xavier Phillips gets the rebound.
Yeah, you can't really be missing layups like that, even when they're being highly defended.
Oh, Robbie breaks up a pass. And the layup. Robbie Raspberry doing everything right now for Collegiate. It is 17-3.
Crowd's going electric.
As Xavier Phillips, again getting double teamed, he just throws it back. Carter Drumright has great speed, so he steals it. A pull-up. Oh, and it is off. And
we are just dominating this team with the all-court defense. We're playing man, we're playing up, and this is just absolutely destroying the Labette County team. They just don't know what to do. Now they're finally making sense of it, and they're getting more players up the field. But is this enough?
As Hudson Baker looking to inbound the ball, he has nowhere to go. He's struggling. They might get a 5-second, but they get it to Briggs Knight. And it's stolen by Robbie Raspberry. Again to AJ, who almost dunked it. So close.
Yeah, show plays or no plays. The layup would have been safe there, but it was still a good dunk.
As Keegan Bates is knocked out of bounds off of Jack Grace. And this Collegiate defense has been nothing short of spectacular right now.
And just like I said, I like the dunks, but are they really necessary? As he gets the ball, AJ Batiste dunks it!
He just head topped him! AJ Batiste stole it and dunked it!
Wow, AJ Batiste really just showing up for a quick mistake with a breakaway ball. They've been kind of opting to try and get around this full court defense by kind of overthrowing the ball, expecting their players to kind of go back and fetch it, and that has bitten them so many times so far. Collegiate is just too fast for them, running out, grabbing the ball right out from under them.
I don't even know what happened there. Keegan Bates wanted to inbound it to their side of the court to sort of push off Batiste, but it seemed that Xavier Phillips wasn't ready, so AJ just stole it and dunked it on his head. Just what a play there from Collegiate.
Beautiful dunk by AJ Batiste.
19-3 with 1 minute left in the first quarter. Already a 16-point lead here for Collegiate.
This is beautiful for Collegiate. And if they can keep this up, this can be an easy game for Collegiate.
And it's going to be number 10, Drew Sheeby. We haven't said his name. Inbounding here for Labette. And he gets it in here to number 2, Carson Lamb. And it is stolen. This time by Harrison Simon. Oh, he gets it back. And Collegiate's going to reset their offense with Asa bringing it up the court. Asa to AJ. AJ has great speed. Oh, and he misses a layup. But gets a nice knockback out. It will be Labette ball, though.
From this timeout, we do see Labette subs in all new players, so it's total new names. Let's see how they play today.
And number 10, Drew Sheeby again inbounding. Gets it to number 2, Carson Lamb. Lamb on the baseline. Lamb gets it over to Collegiate territory. It's stolen by Harrison Simon. Harrison Simon, fast break. A lob. Oh. It was a lob to AJ Batiste, but it didn't go that well.
Yeah, that was just poor communication once again, kind of going for more risky plays as they're up in points, but really just not working out for them at all.
As number 2, Carson Lamb brings it up the court, and it's back to number 10, Drew Sheeby, who's at the top of the key, backing up, resetting their offense. AJ gets a steal. Sheeby wasn't ready for it, and he yams it again. AJ just throwing down everything.
Again with the dunk by AJ Batiste, but it's still just a risky move. I mean, I like it, but let's go for some more even layups in this game. We could be up by so much more as the first quarter comes to an end. Collegiate 21, Labette County 3.
AJ has 2 steal and dunks. Just amazing sequences here for Collegiate. That's led them to an 18-point lead at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. I think as you made a good point, in this first quarter, they may be up by 21 now, but especially in high school ball, when you can't, as confident, even if he can make dunks very consistently, it's just not as confident as probably a layup is. So definitely just kind of risky, but nothing too harshly negative. But what's more to say about this game, really? I mean, when the worst thing you have to say is that he's made 2 dunks in a row, it just kind of goes to show how well Collegiate has been playing so far.
I mean, there's not too much more to say as we take this fourth quarter to an end, but I do want to see some more Collegiate plays. I mean, they're playing absolutely beautiful as they move around the court. I just like how physical they are. Labette just cannot keep up. I mean, they're just moving so fast around the court. That's what's getting Collegiate the upper hand as we go into the second quarter, as they bring out their starters from the first quarter.
Yeah, and Hudson Baker, their star, has just been getting bottled up completely by Collegiate. I mean, he's gotten the ball maybe once or maybe twice, but he can't seem to do anything because they're triple teaming him anytime they're getting anything. It just seems that they need their role players to step up and sort of create shots on their own.
Yeah, but I think in contrast to the Collegiate's physicality too, is just some great strategy. They got some really, really good playmakers, especially Asa Ahmad. Definitely probably one of the best playmakers on this Collegiate team.
As an Asa pass to Brett Wetta, over to Simon in the corner. Harrison back to Carter Drumright, and it's going to be a travel there on Carter Drumright. It'll be Labette's ball at the beginning of the second quarter. Still a lot of time left for Labette to come back, but, I mean, Collegiate has just looked dominating so far. And pass into number 24. And it is given to number 4, Keegan Bates, who tries the layup, but it's going to be Collegiate ball. It was off of him. It seems like he wanted to try a layup, but didn't end up doing it.
I mean, we see David Shaggy, the big man, come back in, but has he he's been playing great, but we like it how he's all. I mean, we don't have a tall man team, but the team's been playing great against a 6'8" star. I mean, let me say that one more time. He's 6'8". He's a star, and I mean, he's not putting out the points we want him to see.
Oh, and a pass back to number 21, Dylan Johnson here for Labette. Number 24, Barrett Highland, but that looked so much like a travel. Officials can't see anything. And a missed 3 again from Labette. Brett Wetta gets it. A little bit of a risky pass there. It's stolen there by Hudson Baker, who gets it to number 4, Keegan Bates. Back to Baker in the inside. We've rarely said his name. He gets double teamed, but it's going to be a foul there on Asa Ahmed.
Yeah, the Grizzlies here have kind of taken the rhythm of the game back in their favor just a little bit, especially on offense, as we've kind of seen here. Collegiate in the first quarter, I think their biggest advantage was controlling the pace of the game, and the biggest thing Labette's got to do right here is take that back.
As Baker gets it into Keegan Bates. Back into Baker, who lost it, and it's going to be another foul, this time on Brett Wetta, his first.
Brett Wetta, his first, team second in the quarter.
Yeah, and this aggressive play style is leading to a lot of fouls on Collegiate, but it's been paying off heavily on the scoreboard here for Collegiate.
I mean, if you play this physical, you're going to see some fouls, which is just, I mean, you're going to see the fouls, but it's good fouls. I mean, the fouls, you're playing tough, you're playing physical. It's not too many. I mean, we see David Shege, who's gotten a couple fouls early off, but he's been playing great so far.
As to Johnson in the corner, he missed it, and a rebound there. Baker on the inside, it's off. Baker, another rebound. He's going to make that layup. And it's going to be 21-5 here. Hudson Baker gets the layup.
Yeah, that was a purely height thing. He just was able to get on top of that rebound and took too long for Collegiate to reload and try and get on top of him.
As Robbie Raspberry has the ball. Jack Grace at the top of the key. Oh, and that looks like a double dribble. Oh, it was a carry, and it will be Labette ball.
Collegiate definitely seems to have lost a little bit of their momentum, a little bit of their rhythm, making a lot of really, really stupid mental errors. Not things that you would typically see from any of these guys.
As Xavier Phillips is subbed back in for Labette. He gets the ball. We've seen him. Hudson Baker. Oh, he just got swatted by David Chege. Oh,
what a
my
play by
God.
David Chege as Brett Wood picks up the ball.
David Chege just destroyed his dunk attempt.
That was two big men going up for the ball as David Chege comes up victorious. That's what we like to see.
What a block there. AJ about to be subbed back in. And a sub in. Brett Wetta is going to be subbed out for AJ Batiste. Number 24, Barrett Heston gives it in to number 3, Xavier Phillips, who missed the 3. But Heston did get the rebound. Bates at the top of the key being guarded by Jack Grace. Picked up his dribble. Giving it to given in to Hudson Baker, who did not score but did draw a foul on the shot.
Team's third of the quarter.
That'll be a foul against James Shackelford
Baker at the line shooting 2 shots.
as he gets 2 shots here.
5:47 left in the second quarter as Baker does miss the first one. He's been struggling with free throws, 1 for 3 so far here on the night for Hudson Baker. Hudson Baker does drain the second one, and it'll be given in to Jack Grace, running a fast-paced offense. AJ Batiste blows by a defender and almost gets the layup, gets his own rebound again, but he does draw the foul there, AJ Batiste. He will get 2 shots at the free throw line.
AJ doing a great job drawing that foul and going up for his own rebound. That was the kind of physicality I know, Ezra, you were talking about, and that was just great to see.
As AJ shoots his first one, it is nothing but net. 22 here for Collegiate.
And we see maybe a faster paced game as he takes the second free throw. I feel like we could see a faster paced game as AJ Batiste gets back into the game.
Does miss the second one. Hudson Baker with the rebound. Baker chucks it all the way down, and I don't even know what happened there. He just chucked it all the way down to the other side of the court, and it just went out of bounds.
My guy thought he was Hudson Ferrales. He threw that, he lobbed that thing across the court, and it was going absolutely nowhere.
He was aiming for Dylan Johnson, but Johnson was so shocked by the pass, he didn't get it. As Grace brings it up to Robbie. Robbie, gets blocked, but Brett Wetta with the rebound. Brett Wetta up at the top of the key. James Shackelford in the inside. No look pass to AJ. Oh, almost got it. The 3 did not go in. But number 24, Barrett Heston there for Labette. Aggressive defense again here from Collegiate. Bates gets it. A pass into Baker, but it's a turnover again. They're trying to lob it up to him, but it didn't work. Jack Grace looks like a carry again. That's the second carry on Jack Grace. It'll be Labette's ball.
Man, Jack Grace getting subbed out for Carter Drumright right there. Kind of talk about that little bit of defense right there. You know, Bates really can't use his height if he doesn't have the ball, and that's kind of what Collegiate has been doing all night so far.
As Bates gets the inbound pass, they got to be careful. They might get an 8-second violation. And he traveled. Bates traveled. It's going to be Collegiate's ball. AJ Batiste there forced to travel, coming over and just hampering his ability to move.
I mean, I just want to talk a little bit about the score, how it hasn't been a scoreless. I mean, it's not been a big score. Ooh, as AJ Batiste takes a 3, misses.
It's missed,
but it's only 22-6. I'm going to say in the end of the first quarter, it was 21-3.
As number 3, Xavier Phillips, it is off. He gets his own rebound, passes it all the way back out to number 24, Barrett Heston. Xavier Phillips for the 3, again off. Number 21, Dylan Johnson does get the layback in.
Man, where was Collegiate defense on that play? I did not see a single hand up, a single jump, just really no attempt to stop that play.
Oh, and Carter Drumright loses it but gets it back to James Shackelford up at the top of the key. Collegiate reorganizing their offense, looking to run a play. Pass into AJ at the corner. AJ, pull up, missed. Rebounded by Hudson Baker. Again, another lob down deep, but it's intercepted by Robbie Raspberry. Oh, it's a 4-on-2. AJ, and it's a jump ball. Could have been a travel, could have been a foul, but they called it a jump ball there.
Man, that it's just kind of interesting to see. Collegiate team is clearly starting to get gassed as they play this more aggressive game. As players stay out longer, we kind of see more sluggish movements as Labette County stays consistent.
And, oh, Carter Drumright with the steal, and they fouled him. Oh, no, it looks like Carter Drumright committed the foul. Our apologies. Hudson Baker in there to pass in the ball. He gets it into Xavier Phillips. Xavier Phillips moving up the court, picks up his dribble, gets a little bit of four. Bates in the corner. Bates getting hounded all the way out to number 24, Barrett Heston. Robbie defending him, but Carter Drumright on Xavier Phillips, all the way back out to Bates. Bates doesn't know where to go. Out to Xavier Phillips, out to 21, Johnson, who shoots, misses, and what a rebound there from and what a block from David. And the play from David to keep it in bounds, all the way down to Robbie. It will be a Labette ball. It was off of Robbie.
Let's talk about that athletic play by David Shege. He gets the block, rebounded back by Labette, but he gets that block again, saves the ball back to the collegiate team. They don't make the shot as Jack Grace gets the ball, makes
the layup. Jack Grace, 24-8 here, tripled score of Labette here. Bates all the way out to Johnson. Johnson in the corner. Oh, he missed it. And Brett Wetta, he has speed. A no-look pass to Drumright, who missed the layup. And Bates coming up the floor. Bates, pass out to number 24, Heston, who missed it. Bates with the rebound. Bates looking around. That looks like a travel. Oh, hounded. But Phillips gets the ball all the way out to Johnson. Johnson all the way out to Heston at the top of the key. Labette reorganizing their offense a little bit. And Heston's getting hounded by Jack Grace. Bates. And, Hudson Baker is fouled by David. Almost a block there.
Man, he really was going for that block, That's bound to happen when you're getting as aggressive, as heavy into those blocks as David has to get in order to get the results that he's been getting.
This is Baker's third time shooting free throws tonight. He is 2 for 4. Makes the first one to make it 24-9.
Second free throw goes up, and this one is in as
good.
well.
It is 24-10 here for Collegiate. Jack Grace bringing the ball up the court. Jack Grace in the corner, spins, gets it all the way out to James Shackelford in the same corner. Out to Simon for the three, shoots it. It is off, rebounded by Phillips. Phillips gets it to Bates. Bates all the way up, back down to Phillips at the top of the key to Heston. Heston being guarded by Roman Harani. We haven't said his name very much, but it's into Hudson Baker, who does get the shot to go in. It's 24-12 here for Collegiate. Jack Grace, and it was a foul there on Bates.
Grizzly fouls on number 4. Kagan Bates, his second.
AJ Batiste goes back in for Harrison Simon.
AJ Batiste back into the game for the Spartans.
And looks like they're setting up a play here for Collegiate, leaving Jack Grace kind of open, but they get into Roman Harani here at the top of the key. Harani looking to make something happening. Passes it to James Shackelford. James Shackelford on the inside. Out to AJ Batiste, and he is off from the three. It's going to be a foul on James Shackelford, I believe. Yes. it will be Labette ball.
Yeah, kind of interesting to see Roman Harani come onto the court. Collegiate clearly trying to reach into the depths of their bench, give these guys as much of a break as possible with how aggressive this game has been. Kind of interesting to see him take the court as Collegiate leads 24-12.
And the Labette crowd around us here is so unhappy with what's going on. They're trying to coach the players out here on what to do.
Yeah, but it cannot be understated how well they've been playing in the second quarter. The game is definitely not over as Labette has completely outscored Collegiate throughout this quarter here.
As Xavier Phillips has a pair of free throws, shoots it, drains the first one. 24-13 here. Yeah, Labette has played well in this quarter. They're going to make it only 11-point deficit here. And if he makes this one, it'll be only a 10-point deficit. And this is very manageable here for a very talented Labette team. He does make it 24-10. Robbie Raspberry gets it into Brett Weta. Weta brings it up the court. Weta trying to make something happen. Behind the back to Robbie. Shot fake into Weta. Weta wasn't ready for it. Out to AJ Batiste on the sideline. How did that not go in? But he does get the tip back. 2 more for AJ Batiste.
That was a good play by AJ Batiste, and I like that aggressiveness. That's what we need more of. He missed the shot, but he got back on that ball, not giving up and making that shot.
As Bates gets the ball. Bates being hounded by people. He's being more aware now. And Jack Grace, as he is getting double teamed, AJ did force a pass there all the way to Johnson, into Hudson Baker, who gets stripped, back out to Heston, back to Bates, back to number 3, Xavier Phillips for the 3, who missed it. And Roman gets the rebound, gets it to AJ. Oh, and it was given to Jack, who tried to pass it to AJ, but it was tipped, so it will be Collegiate ball. And Robbie passes it into Jack Grace. Jack Grace at the top of the key, waiting for something to happen. Pass back out to Robbie. Robbie, oh, Roman Harani open in the corner. Misses the 3, but Jack Grace does get the offensive rebound, and there was a foul. Yup, and Jack Grace will get a pair of free throws here for Collegiate.
Collegiate trying to widen the gap once again, as the gap is still 12 points, which is still very manageable in a full rest half of the game with only 30 seconds left in this half.
And Jack Grace, automatic for a free throw.
Briggs Knight into the game for Labette County. Carter Drumright into the game for Collegiate.
Carter Drumright being subbed in for Roman Harani here for Collegiate. A chance to double what Labette has. Oh, it's short from Grace. Oh, an offensive rebound. Oh, Hudson Baker with a nice rejection on AJ Batiste. But Collegiate does get the rebound. Jack Grace all the way into the corner to Carter Drumright. AJ back out to the top to Jack. Back to AJ. AJ pull up. Does get missed, but a rebound from Brett Weta. Robbie from 3. It is off. Another rebound from AJ. AJ. Oh, and the tip back in from Robbie. 29-14.
Some great rebounds. I mean, we at least saw about 4 rebounds in there in that half, in that one play. That was great by Collegiate. That's the aggressiveness that we want and we like to see.
As we close out this half, Collegiate 29, the Labette Grizzlies 14. We'll hope to come back as we give a bit more of an analysis in about 10 minutes. welcome back as we starting to get into the second half of this exciting game here. Just a little reminder of what the score is Collegiate 29, Labette County 14. Ezra, you got anything to say about the first half of this game?
I don't have to say much other than I like how Collegiate has been so explosive in this early half. They have been a little bit stopped in the second quarter, but it's looking up for Collegiate. Also, Labette County having some really good plays. Both teams are just really equally matched. I like how they've been playing. Both have some great substitutes. People on the bench and on the actual starting team have been getting a lot of playing time, which is nice. We see the whole roster of both teams, and we see how well equipped both teams are right now.
Oh, absolutely. You know, Collegiate has just been having an absolutely explosive and dynamic first half of this game. We just really want to see a continuation of that, especially reaching really into the depths of their bench, using every single chance they have to take home this victory. As we get started into the second half, hopefully Collegiate has had time to get a little bit of a recovery, get a bit of their energy back, and come into this half swinging just as they did at the beginning of this game.
Spartans basketball.
As Shackelford passing to AJ. AJ gets swatted, but it is going to be a blocking foul there on number 24, Heston.
Labette County foul on number 24, Barrett Heston. His first.
AJ shooting for 2 now.
AJ Batiste in the line shooting 2 shots.
AJ Batiste with 2 shots. Collegiate with a 15-point lead with 2 quarters to go.
Looks like the Labette County players are wiping up something off the floor. Yeah,
Sweat.
it's just a pool of sweat on the floor.
Yeah. I mean, they be working hard out here.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, it's a main priority for these high school athletes just to stay safe and, stay safe, get out of injuries. We've seen a couple injuries on our own team, so I like how Labette County is cleaning up this, sweat. So there's no injuries.
As AJ drills the first one. 30 points here for the Collegiate Spartans. AJ, and he makes the second one too, 31-14 here with 8 minutes in the third quarter still left. As again, this full court press defense from Collegiate showing up. Hudson Baker into Bates. Bates looking up the floor. Bates getting double teamed again. Bates passes into Hudson Baker. Hudson Baker gives it back out to Bates. Bates looking, passes to Johnson. Johnson, oh, it's deflected by David, and it was tipped, so Xavier will get the ball. And passes into Baker. Baker gets fouled on the shot. He will get 2 free throws.
Spartan fouls on David Sheggett. His third personal. Team's first of the quarter. Baker at the line shooting 2 shots.
Baker misses again. He has really struggled from the free throw line. He's somewhere like 5 for 9 by this point. And if Labette wants to get back into this game, they're down 17. They need to start hitting these easy shots they're being given. And, okay, Baker does hit the second one. James Shackelford into Asa. Asa has a knee brace on. It appears he may have gotten injured in the first half, but it looks he's been good. As pass back to Robbie. Robbie at the elbow shoots. And, oh, AJ! What a rebound and a dunk! And 21 Johnson doesn't know where to go. And James Shackelford bats it out of bounds.
There we go. With that dunk by AJ, we do see that, electricity from that Collegiate offense finally come back. That's exactly what we were looking for. That's what we saw in the first quarter. That's finally coming back. Do what Hyon said. That ankle brace is looking a little scary on Asa Ahmad.
And Number 21, Johnson with the ball, gives it back out to Bates. Bates barely gets it past the half-court line and pass out to Baker. Baker getting triple teamed.
Collegiate fouls on A.J. Batiste, his first personal. Team second of the quarter.
Batiste's first personal foul.
And 24 back into Bates. Bates all the way to number 3, Xavier Phillips. We've heard his name a lot tonight. Xavier Phillips all the way out to Johnson. Johnson at the top of the key all the way out to Bates. Bates getting double teamed, but back out to Baker at the top of the key. Baker to Johnson on the near side of the court. Johnson, a little bit of miscommunication on defense, but Collegiate has rallied themselves. And a pass into Baker, and he got stripped by Weta. It will be Labette ball. And Heston in the corner, pass out to Phillips. Phillips misses, and Asa Ahmad gets the rebound. Asa pushing it up the pace. AJ gets the shot, layup. It didn't really work. It didn't go in as Heston looking to get up the court. Heston gets double teamed. Asa on Bates, who has the ball. Back down to Heston. Heston looking back to Bates on the far side of the court. And Bates all the way to Johnson. And back to Baker at the top of the key. Hudson Baker looking to go somewhere. Hudson Baker drives in and misses the layup. AJ Batiste with the rebound. AJ looking to push the pace. AJ, oh, he gets swatted by Hudson Baker, but he gets back up. Collegiate gets the rebound all the way to Brett Weta. Brett Weta passes back out to James Shackelford, who's going to reorganize the Collegiate offense. James Shackelford. Oh, a nice little pass. Oh, and a great pass to Robbie Raspberry.
I mean, I like that. I mean, I like AJ takes those shots, but I like how they riled back. It was a big block, but not taking that too personal, and they still make those points. That's exactly what we want to see from that Collegiate offense. Now they're moving into defense.
As Heston's in the corner. Oh, given to Baker. Baker misses the layup, gets his own rebound, gets the and one to fall for Hudson Baker. That's the spark that they definitely needed. It'll be 35-17 with an extra free throw coming up for Labette.
Yeah, Labette definitely not allowing Collegiate to run away with this game whatsoever.
And Collegiate has substituted in Jack Race for James Shackelford and Carter Drumright for Asa Ahmad. And Baker makes the free throw. It will be a three-point play. And it's given into Jack Grace running the point guard. Jack Grace pass back to Robbie Raspberry. Raspberry cutting onto the near side of the court with the basketball. Passes it back out to Carter Drumright at the top of the key. Oh, good ball movement here from Collegiate. All the way to Carter Drumright. And Brett Weta in the corner. Oh, far pass to AJ. Back to Jack Grace in the corner, who misses it, but a nice little offensive rebound there from Robbie Raspberry. Brett Weta getting in, passes it to Jack Grace, who gets the layup. And a nice, very nice ball movement there.
That was great ball movement, like Hayan said.
Oh, and Jack Grace may have stolen it. They're going to call his foot out of bounds. Almost a steal there. And Labette, 21, Johnson, passing it back in to Bates. Bates being double teamed. Suddenly, Bates being hampered. Bates can't do anything. Pass back to Johnson. They're going to get an 8-second violation. Unless he gets it up, they barely make it. Bates all the way to Heston, who airballs a deep two. All the way to Bates for a corner three, who misses it. Hudson Baker with the rebound.
Wow.
Baker gets it in and scores a nice little dunk there for Labette.
Wow. Labette really getting all kinds of open threes here with really no defense. really struggling to get it in. Drumright manages to save a wildly high pass.
And back out to AJ. AJ Batiste looks to draw the foul. There is no foul called. Almost had a layup there. And Baker passes it to Bates. Bates driving it up the floor. Bates passes it to Johnson in the corner. Back out to Bates on the far side of the court. Bates all the way to Phillips. Back out to Bates. Bates is just getting the ball all the time here for Labette. Bates into Hudson Baker. Hudson Baker being double teamed. Baker shoots it, misses it. Robbie Raspberry with the rebound, and it will be collegiate ball with the foul on Hudson Baker.
I like how collegiate right now has been doing these double teams.
On Dylan Johnson.
The double teams have been looking great for this collegiate team. It's been helping them tremendously, especially with this big man on the Labette team. But as we do see a couple substitutions, James Shackelford back into the game.
As a pass back in to Jack Grace. Jack Grace looking to pass it, gets it to Asa Ahmed. Asa Ahmad back to Jack Grace for a three. He was open, he misses it. Oh, Robbie. And they call his foot out of bounds. It will be Labette ball. .241 left in the third quarter here. Labette down by 17. Pass into Xavier Phillips. Phillips looking all the way to 24. Heston, who gets the layup. Heston.
Basket by Baron Heston.
And Asa Ahmed bringing the ball up the court here for Collegiate. And a nice little pass all the way to Jack Grace in the corner. Jack Grace looking back. James Shackelford had an open shot. And now Asa Ahmed back at the top of the key, reorganizing the offense. James Shackelford to Robbie Raspberry, who's open, drains the three. Robbie Raspberry makes a 40-22 for Collegiate.
Blocked by Carter Drumright. That was a good ball. That's what I like to see, that high press by Collegiate. That's beautiful for their defense and playing offensive and defensively perfect. Now we see another double team. As James Shackelford steals it.
James Shackelford with the steal. A pass out to Drumright, to Robbie, to Jack at the top of the key. Jack Grace to Drumright in the corner, who drains another three.
Wow.
Oh my God. They are up 21 points now. What a play. And it's up to Heston, to Johnson, number 21, who makes the layup for Labette.
Basket by Dylan Johnson.
And Asa Ahmed has the ball. Bringing it up the court, giving it back to James Shackelford. And they are going to milk the clock here in the third quarter. Just bring it all the way down with 1:30 left. James Shackelford, all the way up to Robbie in the corner. Jack Grace back to Robbie Raspberry in the top of the key. Misses it. And a rebound by Bates there. Bates driving it up. Bates, nice little pass there to Xavier Phillips. Bates open at the top of the key. Masses up a shot to Dylan Johnson in the corner. To Hudson Baker in the front, and it is missed by number 24 there of Labette, and James Shackelford has the ball. James Shackelford, no look pass to Jack Grace in the corner. Oh, and he does miss it. Hudson Baker with the rebound.
Good shot though by Jack Grace. He's been making some great shots. We see him outside in the corner being wide open. That's what we like to see. As Labette takes the ball up the court to 21.
Johnson misses, but Heston with the rebound, and he gets the shot to fall. We are closing in on the final moments of the third quarter here. Looks like Collegiate will try to use all the clock they can with Robbie Raspberry on the near side of the court. Gives it to Asa Ahmed. Asa Ahmed being guarded aggressively here by Bates. Oh, he gets stripped. Asa Ahmed. Oh, and it was off of, it looks like it was off of Bates. It was.
Asa Ahmad frustrated with his no call as he was just very heavily guarded there. Looked like a little bit of a charge.
4.5 seconds left in the third quarter. Collegiate just wants to make something happen. Passed in to Asa Ahmad. Asa Ahmad looking. Will he get a shot off? And he gets the buzzer beater. Asa Almond with a buzzer beater at the end of the third quarter to make it 45-26.
Asa Ahmad really looking for that revenge points there. Collegiate playing really consistently throughout this third quarter. You know, we saw a lot of really aggressive play in the first quarter, a lot of really, honestly, lackluster play in the second quarter, and now they've just been playing consistently, making all the safe plays, not playing overly aggressive, just getting points wherever they can without being too overly aggressive, conserving their energy, staying way ahead up in this moving up into this last quarter here by almost 20 points.
Yeah, and I mean, I just like to see that. I mean, it's just been a beautiful game. I mean, there's not too much to say right now. As the third quarter goes to an end, coming into the fourth quarter, I just like what both coaches have been doing. Both teams have kept their head up. Both teams, but we have seen the big man from Labette not taking much time off. He's been playing most of the game, which could that make some fatigue be made in this fourth quarter from this number 15. But as Collegiate comes back onto the court for the last quarter of the game.
As Labette will have 8 more minutes to overcome a 19-point deficit here. Collegiate just wants to keep this lead steady. They don't want to let any cracks happen in the defense, and they should escape here with a win. As a pass into Bates. Bates at the top of the key, giving it over to Heston. Heston to Phillips. Phillips to Baker. Baker on the far side of the court, giving it to Bates. Bates at the top of the key. And a little motion there to Johnson, who shoots a 3. It's off. And a nice little rebound there from Jack Grace. Jack Grace giving it to James Shackelford. Shackelford at the top of the key. Shackelford all the way out to Brett Wetta, giving it to Jack Grace. Jack Grace on the inside. James Shackelford back out all the way to Wetta again at the top of the key. Wetta passes it to the far side to A.J. Batiste. A.J. Batiste gives it to Shackelford, open, passes up a 3 to give it to Jack Grace. Jack Grace shoots a shot, but it is no good, and Baker got the rebound. Hands it to Bates. Bates getting double teamed. Had to pick up his dribble. Stolen by A.J. Batiste again. Euro step, and he draws the foul and will get 2 shots at the line.
Wow, great move there by A.J. Batiste. We saw a little bit of slower play starting into this fourth quarter. A lot of passing around, not really wanting to drive up into the center. But they did a really good job drawing that foul there. Hopefully this will draw something out for Collegiate.
As AJ misses the first free throw.
Briggs Knight into the game for Labette County.
Briggs Knight subbed in for Labette. And AJ misses both. Rarity there from AJ, usually a very good free throw shooter. As Baker picks up his dribble. Baker, oh, he barely gets it in. Labette stumbling. There are bodies on the floor. Just a lot happening, and a lot of tripping occurred there.
Grizzly fouls on number 24, Parrish.
There you go, but you have seen that high press. That's what we're seeing right now. I mean, Collegiate getting almost all their players up onto the other Labette side as James Shackelford takes the ball to Jack Grace.
As Briggs Knight guarding up on Jack Grace. Jack Grace blows by him easily. Tried to pass it into David Chege, but they were not ready for the pass. So it will be Labette ball as it bounced out of bounds.
Collegiate still carrying a 19-point lead here. Still looking to keep a hold of that lead.
Oh, and what an interception by AJ. And a nice pass to James Shackelford for the layup.
James Shackelford.
And Johnson looking to get it in. Gets it into Xavier Phillips. Phillips being guarded by Brett Wetta. Phillips on the far side of the court. Phillips gets it into Briggs Knight. Briggs Knight brings it all the way back out. Pass back out to Heston. Back out to Johnson. And Johnson all the way to Phillips from deep. Phillips missed it. And David Chege with the rebound gives it to James Shackelford. James Shackelford back out to the corner. James Shackelford pass back to A.J. Batiste. with the shot, and he makes the two fall in. AJ Batiste has been amazing tonight for the Spartans. And Phillips hits it to Baker. Baker to Briggs Knight on the near side of the court. Briggs Knight looking, gets inside, stripped by Jack Grace. Jack Grace with a fast break opportunity, gets it, lays it up over Phillips. Jack Grace
hits a little celly on that two-pointer. That was nice. A good steal by Jack Grace as they play that high press again.
Xavier Phillips with the ball at the top of the key here. Phillips looking. Phillips, and it's stripped, but it does see that Heston got it back. And number 23 passes it to 21, Johnson. Johnson back into Heston in the middle. Spin around jumper doesn't go his way. David Chege with a very nice rebound there as Brett Wetta brings it up the floor. He's just going to waste time here for Collegiate.
Still 5 minutes left in this quarter in the game here as Brett drives it up, goes for the layup, but is swiped away.
As number 24, Heston, gets it on David Chege, who swats him. David, what a block. And Jack Grace with another fast break opportunity. Gets it, and he is blocked by Johnson. And Baker with the rebound, gets it to Heston. Heston looking. Heston doesn't know where to go. Passes it into Baker, but it did not work. They're going to call a foul, I believe, on Collegiate.
I mean, we are just seeing a little bit of fatigue. You get subbed out a couple of players. I'm looking just at David Chege. He's looking a little tired, but he's having a great game today up against number 15 for Labette. All of them coming back with Asa coming back in, Carter Drummond coming back in, and Robbie Raspberry coming back in for Collegiate.
And it seems that Labette has subbed in number 14. Number 14, Maddox Dewey. We haven't seen him very much tonight, and it seems that Collegiate has also subbed in Carter Drumry and Asa Ahmad back into the game. Asa Ahmad getting guarded aggressively, but it's a foul by Carson Lamb. 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, 51-26 here for Collegiate. And Asa Ahmad looking, gets it to Robbie in the corner. Raspberry, best it to Chege. Chege back out to Raspberry. Raspberry to Ahmad. Carter Drumry back to AJ. You've heard his name a lot. And Asa Ahmad looking in the paint. Oh, tried a no-look pass, and it got tipped. It's going to be Collegiate ball.
I do like that pass, though. He's looking for those opportunities. That's what we'd like to see. He was looking for the ball that no one was looking for. AJ Batiste actually going, like, the ball who was for wasn't exactly ready, but I did like that pass.
As Carter Drumry has it, giving it to Raspberry in the corner. Robbie Raspberry has been elite tonight. Passes it to Batiste, and it will be a travel on AJ Batiste going the other way for Labette. Number 3, Xavier Phillips, looking to get it in. Stolen by David Chege. And, oh, Carter Drumry. Oh, what a play. Raspberry. Oh, David Chege. What a play.
No look, tipped behind him into the hoop. Incredible play by David Chege there.
Number 2, Carson Lamb, passes it to Phillips in the corner. Back out to Baker. To Phillips. Shoots again. Misses. Phillips passes in to Dewey. Dewey misses it. And David Chege with the rebound. Passes it all the way up to Robbie Raspberry. 3.5 minutes left here for Labette to stage a 27-point comeback. And I mean, guys, I think we can put this in the record books. I think Collegiate has chalked up a win.
Yeah, you know, still 3 minutes left, a lot of game left to be played here. This might not be the game decider, but, you know, still want to stay in depth here. Collegiate still wants to play to the best of their ability. It is never, ever, ever smart to take the edge off, even with such a high lead, especially at this level where upsets can happen, and you want to keep up that game time experience.
Asa Ahmad drills the first free throw. 54-26. Asa Ahmad for the second free throw. And it rims out. Rebound by Phillips. Phillips looking, doesn't know where to go. Phillips gets it to number 24, Heston. And Hudson Baker here with the ball. Hudson Baker gets it into Heston, who gets the layup. It'll be 54-28 here for Collegiate. And James Shackelford with the ball here. And giving it to Asa Ahmad. Asa Ahmad to Shackelford. Shot fake. Shackelford looking. Passes it to Jack Race. Jack Race looking to go. Passes it to Raspberry and all the way back out to Shackelford. Shackelford back to Raspberry. Carter Drumright all the way. Oh, it was tipped off of Bates. It will be Collegiate ball.
Only 2 minutes and 23 seconds left in this game. We see Harrison Simon and Roman Harani sub back in. Let's see how they play for the rest of the time.
And
Definitely a weird squad to see out here, one you don't often see.
and Harrison Simon in and giving it to Jack Grace. Pull up, makes it. Jack Grace has had a fantastic game here for the Spartans. As Baker passes it into Bates. Bates, a little oh, that was a very nice pass there by Bates all the way down to the other end of the floor to get a layup.
Narrowly making it out of the hands of defender Jack Grace.
It will be off of Heston. It will be Collegiate ball here.
Heston kind of turning it back, Labette County turning it kind of against Collegiate here, utilizing this full court pressure once again.
Carter crossing up, Bates, Asa Ahmad, shot fake. Ahmad back out to Drumright. Drumright, spin, put him in the blender. Oh, and he almost got the shot to fall. But it looks like Phillips getting double teamed. Phillips into Baker. Baker, who does get the layup to fall. And a pass in to Roman Harani. Harani to Carter Drumright, who got stripped by Bates. Bates takes the layup, and he will draw the foul from Harani with 1:16 left in the last period of the game.
Number 4 from Labette County, definitely not one of the taller guys, especially in comparison to their number 15, but he has been absolutely dominating their offense and defense all day today. He's been playing practically this whole game. He's fast, and he's been reading these collegiate plays really well.
Bates does make the first free throw here for Labette. And he makes the second one too. 56-34 here. 1:16 left. Harrison Simon passes into Asa Ahmad. Ahmad blow passes the defender and gets it to Jack Grace for a corner three. Air balls, but Roman Harani with the rebound, but passes it to Labette. Bates with a nice little move behind the back all the way out to Xavier Phillips. Hudson Baker in the paint. Hudson Baker looking where to go. Oh, and a very nice layup there from Hudson Baker. Drumright going up the court to Harrison Simon. Passes up an open three just to burn some time. Drumright has it. Ahmad has the ball. And Jack Grace has the ball in the final moments of the fourth quarter. Passes it back out to Simon, all the way to Jack Grace, who will just bleed out the clock. And passes it to Ahmad. Ahmad back out to Simon. Ooh, Carter Drumright, very nice. All the way to Roman Harani, but Baker gets the steal.
10 seconds to go left in the game.
All the way to Bates. Oh, what a play there from Carter Drumright to steal the ball. And that's going to be the game, folks. 56-36, 20-point win here for Collegiate.
What a game by Collegiate. I mean, obviously both sides, Labette and Collegiate, have been playing a great game today. They both have a lot of team members that went in. They both played an amazing game. I liked Collegiate's offense. I liked Labette's defense. They had some great steals. Both Both put up some great points, but I do like the physicality of both the teams. Wishing them both a great season.
Yeah, I can't agree more with that statement. You know, Labette County really did everything they wanted to in that game. They definitely played a game, gave some great competition, especially for these collegiate guys. But once they broke away at the beginning, collegiate probably, their first quarter was definitely their best quarter, and it was almost impossible for Labette to do really anything after that. So now that we've kind of wrapped up, let's give our players of the game after what an exciting game and the first home game of the season. Ayan, why don't you get us started here?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I went with the boring pick last time. I'm actually going to go with an unorthodox pick. I think Jack Grace played one of the best games I've ever seen from him. I mean, truly, he was just hitting shot after shot. He could not miss. He gave collegiate energy whenever they needed it in the first half to jump out to that big lead, and that's why I think Jack was my player of the game. However, you can't understate the achievements of AJ Batiste, who played fantastic.
Yeah, you know, that's an absolutely amazing pick right there. Jack Grace coming in, we've almost seen him get 0 varsity time, and he just absolutely was amazing tonight. For me, I'm definitely going to have to give it to David Chege. You know, he definitely had to take some breaks off the court. He wasn't on the court 100% of the time, but when he was on the court, he was playing an extremely physical and extremely aggressive game. You know, we talked about that matchup before the game of him versus Bates. Number 15, just absolutely a war between the two of them for blocks, rebounds. Everything was up to kind of the two of them, especially in that first half of the game when they were really relying on him. So that's why my player of the game just has to go to him.
And for me, this is my first time ever, and I like to choose some great takes, and I want to take Brett Wutta as my player of the game. That man doesn't get a lot of calls. He doesn't get a lot of points, but he doesn't care. He's there for the team. He's not there as the individual. He's there to make plays and be a team player. I was watching him as Hayan was doing a great time commentating, but I was watching him make plays, move around the court when he didn't get the ball. He might be not a named player, but he's a player that every single team wants. He moves the ball. He makes steals. He comes from behind and makes great plays. So my player of the game has to go to Brett Wutta.
Absolutely. And with that, we are now wrapping up our very first home games of the season. Please join us again on Saturday when we take our first away game of the season as well. And thank you so much for listening. Good night.